Hey guys, it's me again. So now I'm going to make the video that I've been meaning to make without any interruptions. Like I've already made like 4 videos. It said it was out of space, so I had to just delete them all and start again. So now hopefully I can do this video without being interrupted. So before we begin, I'm going to show you my outfit properly. And I just want to let you know that my dreams have kind of come true, and there's a fancy dress party happening next weekend. But it's whether my mum will let me go. She has not answered my text asking to go, so I guess I'll have to wait. She got my hopes up saying that she's replied to my text, but she hadn't replied to that one. Because as you know, I said I wanted to go to a place where I could dress like this and it'd be fine. But now I don't know, when it says fancy dress, I don't know whether it means fancy dress as in fancy clothes, like shirts and suits and ties and like ball gowns and shit. Ascot and wedding style clothes. Ball sort of clothes. Or whether they mean fancy dress as in costumes, because it could mean either. But as it's a Jubilee themed sort of weekend bash, as they call it, because it's 3 days thing. Friday, Saturday, and I guess Sunday. And for each day it's like a different thing. And I think it was Friday, the fancy dress one that they said. So as it's a Jubilee themed thing, I'm pretty sure it's going to be like dressing fancy like the royals would do at events and stuff. Not fancy dress as in frickin' tail and ears and Halloween costumes and stuff, so. But it's okay, because it doesn't specify. What I'm going to do is, if my mum allows me to go. Oh no, at my age, I have to still get permission from my mum. Well, she has her reasons. Before you start questioning me, before you start saying, oh, you're a grown-ass adult, you shouldn't have to ask for permission from your mum or whatever. I kind of do, because A, I'm her carer, and she will be left alone while I'm gone, because she got no one else to look after her. So she won't be happy about that. That's 1. And 2, it's local, and she'll probably worry about me meeting up with the local shitheads and scumbags. And she'll also worry about me meeting the kids and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, that could happen, but, like, I just want to go. So maybe she hasn't replied because she's still thinking about it. So they're the reasons why she won't allow me to do this stuff. Like, if I insist, she will say, like, oh, well, it's, you know, you can do whatever you want, you're a grown-up. She will say stuff like that, but she would just advise. It would be more like, not her not giving me permission, but it would be her advising me not to do it because of those reasons. I should be like, oh, what happens if I have a heart attack or fall while you're gone and stuff. It's like, that could happen while I'm out shopping, but you let me do that, right? So, but yeah, this is extra. This isn't essential, so, you know, this is probably out, but fingers crossed, because I really want to go if it is like fancy dress. Either way, it'd be nice to go to a fancy dress thing, whether it's dressed up smartly or costumey. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in my Jeremiah outfit, which is a suit, so fancy, that kind of fancy dress. And if it turns out it is a costume party, I will take with me my tail and ears. Not this one because it's too big and I would have to take it there in a freaking bin bag or something. So I would be going, because it's only a walk away from my house, so I'd literally just be dragging a black plastic bag with me there, and I don't really want to do that, so I will take my smaller one, so I just have to go with a little bag. It'll be a fancy one, this one obviously. It'll be one of my fancy bags, which I've got. I will take my tail and ears and my makeup, so I could do my makeup like this. Let's see, this might be her replying to that now. You... No. It's not to do with that at all. I don't think. House for baggers. I asked you why you said best place to video, but after I said I instantly text you reached into the bag to get your mobile. I have 2 phones. She's suspicious because I had my mobile, this one over there, and I told her I was making a video here, so she was like, if you've got your mobile phone over there, what were you videoing with this? She knows I've got 2 phones. I don't know why she's questioning me, but she's still not replied about that, so I still don't know. I'm kind of nervous, I will admit. So anyway, on to the main subject of the video. Sorry, 6 minutes of me to be going on about that. So if I go, I'll be wearing a suit, but I'll just add the tail and ears and the makeup. So either way, I'm in the right kind of fancy dress. Okay, so this video is about how I've always, ever since I was a child, liked fat people. I've always been a skinny kid, and I wanted to gain weight, which I eventually managed to do with a lot of effort, with my restrictive diets and everything. And I'll talk to you about that for another video. And I've always wanted to date a big fat guy as well. I've wanted to be fat, and I've wanted to date fat people. But I've not done a lot of dating in my life because I don't know, it just never happened. I didn't have the opportunities to. But then when I was 23, I met 2 guys online because I decided to, as a last resort I suppose, try a dating site. And I managed to meet 2 guys that way, and they were both fat. One was bigger than the other one, both tall wise and also weight wise. So I dated them for a while, but only for 4 months, so I barely count it really. And yes, I did date them both at the same time. One of them I dated for 4 months though, and the other one was for 2, and they both collided. But as everyone was pressuring me to pick one, this was only the dating phase, not really the exclusive phase. I was encouraged to pick one. So I did. I chose the long distance one because he was more easy to talk to than the other one, who was close, but he was very challenging, very argumentative, and he stressed me out a lot, so I was getting rid of that one. I dumped that one before Valentine's Day the next year, and the other one dumped me after Valentine's Day, so I ended up with neither. You are allowed to date multiple at the same time, and then you have to pick one I'm supposed to be exclusive with, so I was going to pick the long distance one, just because he was more of everything I wanted than the other one was. The only thing the other one has was being close to me, really. The other one had everything else I was looking for in a guy, looks-wise, sort of personality-wise, and everything, so I decided to go with that one. And he, like I say, was less stressful. But I ended up with neither, like I say. And since then I have not really dated a lot. Last year I dated a little bit, but after the first date things, which I just call meetups, they never bothered with me again after that. They sabotaged it after that. So yeah. So I've not really managed to, considering I like big guys, I've never managed to really date that many. And I've never dated, like I say, slim guys either. I've not really been too picky. I wouldn't mind dating, whether it be thin, chubby or fat, I wouldn't mind, but I've not really dated a lot, so yeah. But I really like big guys anyway. I really like chubbier guys. I like sort of slim guys with a nice soft middle and a nice big butt. But it's just don't happen for me really, so it's kind of been hard. I'm going to move to the other place now because I'm just bored of being at that place. So I'm going to move now because it's fun. I wanted to make a video like this for a while. because it's been a while since I've made a video about this sort of subject. Anyway, so I think that, you know, chubby to fat men are really attractive, and it does my head in that you never see any on TV programs or films whereby they go shirtless. You only ever get to see six-pack ab muscular guys shirtless, and it does my head in, or in swimsuits, because I would much rather see chubby guys shirtless. And in summer, when you're out and about and you see guys shirtless, it's always ever muscular guys or skinny guys that will show their bodies off, but for some reason not chubbier guys. Even if they're slim but they just don't have abs, they won't show the bodies off, and I don't get that, because some of them look really good, in fact better than six-pack abs. I'm really not a fan of that look. I just like soft middles, you know. And I'm sure there are other people out there who love that as well. There are loads of guys out there that are into chubby guys. There's not really a lot of women that I know of that are into chubby or fat guys, though. There probably are. I have met some, but they're just very rare, but it does happen. Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of a shame that I've never gotten to date any, considering I really like them. That was naughty. He just indicated that way, but then carried on. That was very naughty. Way to go to confuse anyone who's behind you. Or in front of you, even. Very naughty. Well, I've seen him go into the no entry zone. Or come zooming round the corner, and there was a dog in the middle of the road. And cats, and people. So anyway, yeah, so I just wanted to make this video to let you guys know that, you know, if anyone is watching this who is a chubbier guy, don't be afraid to show off your body, because I think that you will look good. And you should have confidence too anyway, so even if you don't really think you look good, or you think society thinks you don't look good, because I know society has drummed it into people's heads that if you don't have abs, you're unattractive. Even if you're slim but you don't have abs, you're just unattractive. And I don't agree with this at all. 100% don't agree with it. I think that we should raise up bigger guys. They're already raising up bigger women, so that's why I don't include that in it, because it's more well known that women are sort of, you know, there's lots of fat acceptance and body positivity for women, but not much for men, so that's why I particularly focus on guys. I don't think anyone's really going to be arsed, as in bothered, if a woman is in a bikini or whatever, or showing off her body. But if men do it, apparently that's disgusting. Like I say, I don't agree with that at all. I think there's loads of chubby guys who are really attractive that never show off their bodies, and it's such a shame, because I would really like to see, like, I would watch like things like Love Island if they had chubbier guys in it, especially with nice overhanging bellies wobbling about. I just love that so much. If I saw that, if there was more programs and films like that, I would be so happy. But there's nothing for people like us. My loins are dead because I never get to see fat people shirtless or anything. I never get to see them that often. The only time I do is when, if you search on YouTube, you can see plenty of them, I suppose. But they're always like really crappy videos, you know, like really bad quality. I prefer to see like movie quality, like really good quality. So yeah. Hey, I've just cut a hole in this for my thing. I need to cut another hole in this one. I can hear someone coming this way. Oh, it's that person. Oh, I've not seen her for a while. Those birds have gone. Sorry about that. She's this woman with the curly hair, and I've seen her for a while. So yeah, it annoys me that there's supposed to be something for everyone in this day and age, and there just isn't. It's either one or the other, whatever's like trendy at the time or whatever. So I don't think fat people have ever been trendy, but I guess at one point not having abs was kind of trendy. Just if you were fit, but you still had a soft middle, or you were part fat and part muscular, that was okay, like in the 90s and stuff, and maybe before then. But then in like the 2000s, especially just recently, it's got to be the more muscular and like hard abs, the better, like 8-packs and all that. And it's just shit that there's not a variety. Like, they've got to consider that not everyone likes that look. Some people like softer guys, some people like chubbier guys. I kind of like where they're going with the trend for women, because like back in the 90s and early 2000s, straight up and down was like the popular look, but now it's like small waist and then big like hips and ass and thighs and everything is attractive now, and I agree with that. I love that look. What was it I saw recently? I forgot. It was something I saw recently. It's where they showed a bunch of women. Oh yeah, Baywatch. Baywatch, actually. I didn't watch Baywatch. It was like a review. Someone did a review of it, and I watched it. And all the women in that were like straight up and down. They weren't really very curvy, but they had big boobs. That was it. It was like the straight up and down, but big boob look. And the one they raved about the most had the worst body of all. She had the most flattest behind ever. The flattest hips. She was just like dead skinny on the bottom half, but just had big boobs. She didn't look attractive at all, body-wise, in my opinion. There was one or two that did have kind of bit of hips, but not really as much as I like. It's just a shame because I don't have that either. I don't really have a very curvy figure, unfortunately. Doesn't matter whether I'm fat or thin, I just don't have that look. It doesn't matter how much I exercise, I can't seem to build up my butt or hips or thighs like you're supposed to be able to. But then again, it's probably because I don't do it as much as I should. As in like 100 freaking squats and stuff. I don't do that because my hip will hurt if I do. So anyway, that's all for now for the video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Mew! 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 I can't mew very well today.